So what's the difference between Biofiller, PRF, PRP, and PDGF? It sounds like, some document names on your laptop, but basically these are all substances related to platelets. Biofiller is a substance that we make from a sample of your blood. We take a sample of the blood, we separate it to extract the plasma, and then we put it through a process of heating and cooling to make a thick yellowish gel that can then be injected to add volume to places where the volume has been lost and to stimulate regeneration and repair. So that's biofiller. PRF and PRP are also taken from the blood. One is taken into a tube that has an anticoagulant, and it's spun to create a platelet-rich plasma. So we're taking yellow plasma that is very rich in platelets, and then that is injected into the tissue, into the skin, or microneedled into the skin. PRF is taken into a tube that doesn't have any anticoagulant, so we're kind of allowing the blood to clot within that tube. And as the blood is spun within a centrifuge, we get a small amount of something called PRF, which is platelet-rich fibrin. So this is a scaffold that forms within the blood in response to trauma and injury. And that can be injected to help with areas of volume loss, for example, under the eyes, across the cheeks and the nasolabial folds. So again, it's a natural substance that helps to create a little bit of volume effect and quite a powerful regenerative process as well. PDGF is not taken from your blood. It stands for something called platelet-derived growth factors. So this is where a particular specific growth factor has been isolated from platelets, and it's usually made in a lab using something called recombinant technology, where a cell has been genetically modified to produce this growth factor in large quantities, and then that is harvested into an injectable product. This is something that is quite early on in its process of research, and we're still understanding how this works and whether or not it works and whether or not it's safe. So this is something that's going through a process of active study at the moment.